want to learn something new? Learn with me. Today we're gonna make ceviche. It's a traditional dish in Peru, and it's known through the world. This dish is combined or fused with pre-Inca and Japanese. So if you like Japanese food or Peruvian food, this would be something you'll like too. First, we're gonna have 2 fish. We're gonna cool it. We're gonna defreeze it, obviously with water, and make sure the fish is still cold because this dish is gonna be cold. We're gonna use some of this salt. We're not gonna use all of it. We're gonna use pepper. We're gonna use some limes to cook it with. We're gonna cook the fish. That's something you're probably never gonna hear. Here's some onions. We chopped it up beforehand. Because if I chopped it up, I would probably bust into tears. Here's some cilantro. Here are some authentic Peruvian ají maríos. To make ceviche, use rocoto, but since we want to show you this, we have ají marío. We're gonna use the salt. If we didn't have the salt, we're gonna use some of these peppers and put it in the blender and liquidize it to put the sauce. Here's some grated garlic and ginger. And many Southern American places, the ginger is called guion, especially in Peru. Here's some ajimoto. The origins of this is from Japan, and this is how we're going to start our preparation. Let's start with cooking. Let's start with cutting our fish. To make ceviche, the fish must be in cubes, but you can't do that properly, so we're going to press on it, clean your hands before doing this, and cut it into lines. Just another cut. Something like that, and keep on going until you get the whole fish into lines. Now we have cut it into lines. Now, see over here, this used to be a line of fish, but we cut it into small cubes. That's what we're gonna do for the rest of our fish lines. And the reason why we're doing this is because since we're cooking this with lime, we want all the juices to fill in to all the fish. If we just left it whole, it wouldn't cook. So that would be technically raw, which we don't want to eat because food poisoning. So cut it into small cubes. If you can try, very small, not to an atom, but pretty small chunks. Okay, now that we cut our fish into cubes and put it in a bowl, we cleaned our stuff again. We're gonna grab a little spoonful. I mean little, not too much. That's a little bit too much. Or a little. Something like this, and sprinkle it around. Not too much. God, I'm so bad at doing this. Sprinkle it. I already used all of it, and we're gonna grab a little bit of pepper. Okay, and now we're gonna grab a lime. With the magic of being smart, we're gonna roll it, so we can get all the juices of the lime out. Or you could use this, which technically is a benefit, that also has a bad part. We're gonna cut in the lime, and you'll see why. Since it's getting all the juices out, the outer white lines inside of the lime, that's very sour, so that will kind of make it worse, a little bit too sour. So it would be better to just squeeze it by hand. So we're not gonna use this. Just roll it to get all the juices out to make it less harder on you. Cut it with something and just spray it. Okay, now we have cut our lime, and you see what I mean by outer white part. That's a little bit too sour, so try to squeeze it by hand and try to squeeze it at the middle so this wouldn't join the ceviche. Squeeze. As you can see, it's easier because I rolled it. which makes it the fact that all the juices is coming out. And then grab a spoon. We're gonna use all the lime to cook this, and we're gonna return in a few minutes. So we're gonna now, since we have marinated our fish, we're gonna then put some garlic. If you show me and move it, and then the ginger or the pion, and then we're gonna move it around because this wouldn't be ceviche if you did not move this thing around. And leave it to marinate a few more minutes. And keep on moving. And we're gonna return in a few seconds. And as we can see yourself right here, we see our fish cooking under the influence of the lime. But I want to tell you something you probably did not know. Since we're using the lime used in America, it's still doing the same effect, but the lime in Peru is actually quite different. It actually speeds, since it's a little bit more different, it cooks the fish a little bit more fast. And as you can see right here, the fish has taken some color and the lime is now no longer clear. And this is what you, in Peru it's called tigre de leche. It means tiger milk in English. So since we have all that there, we're gonna grab our Tahiti Maria sauce. We're gonna put I'm gonna grab a good spoonful. We're gonna put it. And like with the rest, we're gonna move it around. We're controlling the spice level so where I could eat it technically, but then again we are using ají mario, which is not the lowest but it's not the spiciest. To make ceviche you usually use rocoto, which is spicier, so you can control your spice level. So if you have the choice either to eat with rocoto or ají mario, and you hate spicy food, I would recommend it. It'd be less spicy, so everyone can eat, even the people who hate spicy food. So, yeah. Now we're gonna decorate our dish. First, since this is the on this, I'm gonna first put the fish. Try to not get the juice, but try to get the fish, but not the juice. We're gonna put the juice last. Now we got the things in, and we're gonna sprinkle it with some onions. And then after that, we're gonna sprinkle in our cilantro. And now this is optional if you want to use to eat this or not. But we're gonna sprinkle in our ají mario. Like I said earlier, many times before, we use rocoto, but we don't have it, so we use ají mario. And this should be the end line, but then again, this thing can be also paired with, and you can pair this with some corn, obviously, but this is not the right corn. We're using American corn. The corn they use in Peru is bigger and wider. We're gonna pair it with corn. This can be also paired with some sweet potato. This is usually great with some rice because this is Japanese and Peruvian culture, so there should be some rice because it's Japanese. Here's what should be the the end line for this. You should have something like this for your ceviche. You can also and I want to finish this video with saying that I hope you like it and I hope you want to try it out. And I feel like this is a very beginning kind of easy food to make for Latino, and I hope you like the video in general, and I'll see you next week where I'm making, I think, guacamole. No, tamales. I'm making tamales next week. Thank you. See you later. Goodbye.